Yeah, yesterday we tried a problem, this pendulum with some sphere, solid sphere, am I right? Of radius A, I have taken the radius A of mass M. Mass M. So length L, am I right? Length L. Okay, so we got one idea yesterday while discussing. So we got an idea here. Yeah, we shall do kinetic energy of half m velocity of center of mass square plus half I omega square. Am I right? So now what is that I with respect to this one? With respect to this axis, what was that one? We have written half m. So this was actually L plus A. This velocity was L plus A theta dot, am I right? Velocity of center of mass was L plus radius into theta dot. Is that okay? So angular part, half L plus A square theta dot square plus half I, what was I? 2 by 5 m into A square into again theta dot square. We put omega equal to theta dot. Do you remember? And I have asked one question, old CSR question. They put ring here, isn't it? They put ring here, so that moment of inertia would be different. Okay. So now what? So now let me keep this one. Yeah, let me just solve this one. What is this one? Half m I can take outside. I can take theta dot square outside. I can write, what was that? L plus A whole square plus 2 by 5 m square. Am I right? M? Okay, m is already outside. A square. Am I right? Or I'll take m inside. I'll take m inside. Let me show what is that one. Okay. What is that one? Any idea? M into L plus A the whole square plus 2 by 5 m square. What is this one? Moment of inertia about center of mass plus mass into perpendicular distance. Now look at here. You can think this one is this one, velocity of center of mass, so motion of center of mass, motion about center of mass. Other one is treat this one as a rigid body, just like, so have you seen that compound pendulum problem in J.C. Upadhyay? Isn't it? Just to treat it like this. So treat it this as a whole rigid body. So now look at here, it is rotating with this axis, am I right? That rigid body is rotating about this axis. Now you know what is the moment of inertia about this axis. Now this axis is parallel to it. What is the distance between them? L plus A, am I right? So as a whole, if I think, I can write kinetic energy is equal to half I omega square, where theta is the angle. So where this I am going to write it as moment of inertia about this axis of this whole rigid body. Is that okay? So then what would happen? So ICM, moment of inertia about center of mass, so plus mass into distance between those parallel axes, L plus A the whole square, am I right? Into omega square, omega is theta dot. And you got the same thing. Is that okay? That is the best way. You can write directly. Isn't it? Using parallel axis theorem. Are you getting the idea? I about O, let me write like this. I about O. But you need this technique, okay? So the problem that I had defined, so one thread here and one rod here, for that you need that one, okay? You need that one, velocity of center of mass, velocity about center of mass. So that's why, but in this case, you can treat the whole thing as a rigid body, just like your compound pendulum. And that's why he defined in the problem, a massless rod is attached to it. So have you seen that one? So that it will not do any other kind of motion. You can treat that one as a rigid body. Compound pendulum. Is that okay? Compound pendulum is the most general one. This is one special case. So try that one in this way. That's very better. We can write it directly. Yeah. In this problem, how omega is equal to theta? So if you think like this, motion about center of mass, how omega equal to theta? See, in the same problem, in this problem, I have written that omega equal to theta 2 dot. Do you remember yesterday? And you need argument for that. So one thing is, you better to follow this one so that you avoid that confusion in this particular problem, but you can't do the same thing there. Is that okay? In this particular problem, you can avoid the confusion. You can treat the whole thing as a rigid body and do that one. And look at here, you got the same answer by assuming that one. But if you follow this method, how to get motion about center of mass, how that omega is decided by this theta only. Am I right? So now, you need to go for frame of reference. Now, you are sitting in that one at the middle, but you are not attached to that one. Is that okay? You are not attached to that one. Is that okay? So now you are looking above. Now you are looking above. So when it makes this kind of angle, again you are looking above. Is that okay? You are looking above. You are looking above. But by that time, it has made this kind of rotation. Are you getting my point? You are sitting at the center of mass, at the middle of this sphere. You are sitting at the middle of the sphere, and you are looking above. Okay? And again, you are not attached to it. You are not rotating. Okay? It is rotating. You are just looking above. Now here also you are looking above. But it has made some angle, theta. That's the same angle. Are you getting my point? When you sit on center of mass, or when you think that there is a point which is fixed in the center of mass, with respect to that point, it is rotated by an angle theta. Again, when it comes here, again theta. That's why that theta will decide its motion about center of mass again. Isn't it? Here, look at here. Let me take angle made with the vertical axis, okay? So the center of mass and vertical axis. Look at here, 0, theta. Again, so theta here when it comes here, isn't it? That's why that theta will decide its rotational motion. So that's why omega equal to theta dot would be correct. Is that okay? So when you omega is equal to theta dot. So try to think in this way. So here it vertically angle was 0. So now if you fix this point, now this point is here. Am I right? That point is here with respect to vertical. Again, that angle is theta. Okay? Yeah, I hope you can do that rod problem. Okay? I think I defined all velocity. You need to just do that one. Okay? So do that rod problem. So then what else we had? Yeah, I better to upload questions now, okay? So solve all questions from J.C. Upadhyay, all example solved problem from J.C. Upadhyay, and you can solve outside problem also, very easy to solve, okay? So Lagrangian dynamics, okay? Chapter Lagrangian dynamics. So solve all outside solved problems a Toots machine we have done. Again, compound pendulum we have done already. The radial and tangential component of a force, I have done that one, okay, in a different coordinate. So Lagrangian of LC circuit, just see that one, okay, we shall try later, okay, LC circuit. How do you, so if you define Lagrangian, that's over actually. So which behaves like a kinetic energy, which behaves like a potential energy, that is the very important factor here. So motion under central force, again conservation of something. In theory, let me discuss that one and just solve outside problem as much as possible, okay. Some more solved example, okay. Solve all of them and start outside problem also. This 12, 13, 14, these problems are very important. So those problems are there in old question paper, okay. A bead constrained to move along a smooth conical spiral, okay, conical spiral equation. Let me discuss that one. Once you try, let me discuss that one. And again, particle of mass m moving on the surface of a cone. And he has given answer for it. He has given answer for it. So try those things before evening. And let me give one more idea. I told everything about spherical polar coordinate, isn't it? So in case of cylindrical symmetry, how do you think, like, how do you get the idea that this is cylindrical symmetry? Look at here. He said conical spiral, am I right? He said conical spiral like this. One cone, so there is one spiral, mass m is moving, okay? And he defined that conical spiral by this equation. Rho is equal to A into Z in cylindrical coordinate. So phi is equal to minus B into Z. Look at here. What is, how do you define the rho? Distance from Z axis is rho. Am I right? In your cylindrical coordinate. So Z here. So now rho equal to A into Z. Okay. I mean, when you move above along Z axis, so rho is increasing. That's the behavior of cone, and it is increasing very linearly. Am I right? Just take ZY plane. Is that okay? Now draw one line. This is rho. Am I right? So this is Z. Now rho is proportional to Z. Am I right? Again, rotate that one with respect to pi, you will get a cone. Is that okay? So again, pi is equal to minus B into Z. I mean, so when pi changes here, so or when Z changes, pi also changes. Is that okay? Like this. I mean, so minus B into Z, I think ulta. So it will change like this. Is that okay? When Z increases, pi it will rotate that one. Okay, that is the equation of spiral. Try to understand this one. So how this becomes equation of spiral. Now you have to do the problem in cylindrical coordinate, but here he already mentioned cylindrical coordinate. Okay. So now let me take one more question from old question paper. Yeah. Yeah. A bead of mass m slides along parabolic wire described by Z is equal to 2x square plus y square. Wait, not this one. Yeah. So take this question. Again, solve this JC for the problems. Again, you will get much more idea. Again, he has given solutions. So a particle of mass m moves inside a bowl. What is the shape of bowl actually? Again, that's also cylindrical symmetry. Okay, shape of bowl is like this, am I right? What is the rule? First to draw bowl, then draw axis. Am I right? Now, so a particle of mass m moves inside a bowl. If surface of the bowl is given by the equation, so z is equal to half a x square plus y square. Surface of the bowl is given by this equation, where a is constant. What is the Lagrangian? Again, you have to take gravity into account. Now look at here, when you take zy plane, by putting x equal to 0, what would you get? Z equal to ay square. Z equal to ay square. That's a parabola in zy plane, isn't it? And again, it is the same thing for all of them. Now look at here, if you go for spherical polar coordinate, you can't eliminate coordinate. You can try that one. But when you go for cylindrical coordinate, so what is actually x square? So I think I haven't done completely that cylindrical coordinate. I gave it as a homework. Have you done that one? X equal to rho cos theta, y equal to rho sin theta, z is equal to z. Now what is rho? Now look at here, you have x square plus y square related to z. That means rho square related to z. Rho is related to z. That can happen only in cylindrical coordinate. Are you getting my point? In case of spherical polar coordinate, if you had x square plus y square plus z square or something as a constraint, then you can use that one. You can eliminate the coordinate. So that's why when you see the bowl, when you see the question of bowl, you should directly go to cylindrical coordinate because it has cylindrical symmetry. Phi, isn't it? When you rotate that one about z axis, it has got cylindrical symmetry. Or at least by looking at this equation, you should go for cylindrical coordinate. Why? Then if you go for cylindrical coordinate, in cylindrical coordinate, rho and z are two coordinates and rho and z are related here. And you can eliminate one of them. Isn't it? I can write in cylindrical coordinate, z is equal to half a rho square. Am I right? Z and rho are related. You can eliminate one of them. Is that okay? But in that question, again, let me upload that one. Answer are given in terms of R, not in terms of rho. And you can't argue that you can't use R. Is that okay? Answers are given in terms of R. So shall I give the answer? So can you just try that one? So let me give the options. Okay? Let me give the options. Just try that. So option A, half m. So somewhere here I have a mass m. Okay? Frictionlessly sliding. You can take this one as z, mgz as your potential energy. Now, the main thing is to write kinetic energy. Am I right? In that particular coordinate, and writing that one in, again eliminating this dependency, writing that one in only two independent coordinates. Look at here. Half m r dot square plus r square phi dot square minus gar square. Because z can be written in terms of rho square. Look at here, he hasn't used the symbol rho, he used the symbol r, so that you can quickly think of spherical polar coordinate. Is that okay? And he didn't mention that what is r also. That's the problem. If you mention r is the distance from the z axis, then you would get, yeah, it is in the cylindrical coordinate. Okay? He didn't mention what is r also. Okay? The question like this. So half m 1 plus a square r square r dot square. Why I am writing this one? Because usually we solve very less problem related to cylindrical coordinate. Okay? So there are a couple of problems. He already mentioned that one, but you should get the idea yourself. R square phi dot square. Half m r dot square plus r square theta dot square plus r square sine square theta phi dot square minus ga r square. Half m 1 plus a square r dot square plus r square phi dot square minus ga r square, including potential energy. What is the Lagrangian? Okay, the question is what is the Lagrangian? This cannot be. Why? This is purely, you can see this part. This is actually potential part, where z equal to r square, whatever he has written. You can purely see this one. This cannot happen. Why? It is in spherical polar coordinate. Is that okay? Again, he used the symbol r. Actually, if you take this rho equal to r, it's done. Can you do that one? So try that one. Again, this cannot be. Why? You don't have potential term actually. You can just eliminate either this one or this one. This is a kind of polar coordinate, plane polar. Is that okay? But not like that. You have to first write kinetic energy half m rho dot square plus rho square phi dot square plus z dot square. Okay? So then you can, there is no z coordinate over there. That's why convert z in terms of rho. Z dot, how do you write z dot? Half a 2 rho into rho dot. 2 rho into rho dot. And substitute that one, manipulate that one and put rho equal to r, you will get this option. Okay? Z dot square, you get rho dot square, look at here. So rho square. Z dot square will be a square rho dot square. Am I right? And if you take that rho dot square outside, you will get this factor. And potential energy is equal to mg into z. What is z again? Mg half a rho square. Again, he has written that one in terms of r, small r. But usually while defining the question, they have to mention what is that parameter. Yeah, a lot of problems are there in JC project. So solve them. Again, let me upload some more old questions. Over. So yeah, wait for 5 to 10 minutes. Let me upload that one and solve that one. We shall see in the evening. Okay, 5 o'clock or 4 or 5 o'clock. Okay, let me send you a message in the evening. Questions?